Hey everybody, welcome back to Sugar Shane's Sweet Life. I know it's been a little minute since I posted a video with this whole COVID-19 stuff, but just to give you an update on how I'm doing, I was living out of my car till like the very end. My office started making people work from home. My living situation, I'm living out of my car, so I didn't have a place to stay. So they exempted me for a period of time and allowed me to keep going into the office building. So I was doing that for a while. I was literally the only one in the building. And then eventually they were like, all right, no, we're shutting down the building, Shane. You got to find they don't know that I'm living out of my car, that they just, thought my living situation was just not a good one. I basically explained to them I had multiple roommates, confidential information. I work at a financial company, so I just tried to play it off like that and just make it seem like it was more of a distraction. So they said, no, we're shutting down the building. You need to find an alternative place to live. So once they shut down the building for me, that's where I take showers. I store my food, things like that. If you've seen previous episodes, like I've explained all that. That's where I use the bathroom. I would have used the Planet Fitness, but Planet Fitness was shut down. Everything was shut down. So I was just kind of like, well, what do I do now? And so I just reached out to my boy Jacoby, and who lives in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, and basically just said, yo, man, can I stay with you? He said, man, no doubt, no problem. So go there. He lives in a college dorm type setting, right? It's got like 4 rooms, and it's only him and his roommates. The other 2 rooms are available, basically. So I get there the first day, and I see that both the doors are unlocked. So I'm like, oh my God. And it comes with a bed, a desk, a dresser, a shower, bathroom. So I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. So, I've been living there. I got my own room, which I'm so thankful to Jacoby, man. I appreciate it, man. If you're watching, man, shout outs to you. Appreciate you, bro. And man, I'm just so appreciative and blessed by that. And, the leasing office doesn't even know I'm there. But with everything going on, they're not going to be checking anytime soon. And, it's kind of like a living arrangement for like college kids that basically rent to go to college. And it's towards the end of the semester, so I don't think anybody's going to be taking the rooms anytime soon. So hopefully I have it for a period of time until however long I need to have this for. Right now it's working out and I'm enjoying it. It's like I'm still living for free, got my own room and stuff like that. And it's been great. But today is a very special day. Just wanted to fill you guys in, but today is a very special day. Today is actually my birthday. My 33rd birthday. I'm 33 years old, and I woke up this morning. There's always been something that I wanted to do on my list, and I was like, I know a lot of things are still closed. It's actually May 1st right now. I'm not sure when this video is going to be posted, but it's May 1st. Whenever I get time to do it. So I always wanted to go skydiving. So I literally woke up this morning and I started to look it up. And I was like, I wonder if they're open. I call them up. Sure enough, guess what? They're open. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be going skydiving. It's going to have a range of emotions, I'm sure. Obviously the whole gamut of probably feeling nervous. I think anybody's going to be nervous doing this the first time. I actually don't think it's going to probably be as scary as a lot of people probably make it out to be. And fear is the reason why a lot of people don't do things. That's what I think, that this is going to be a very spiritual, symbolic thing to let me know that I can accomplish anything. I can do anything. I'm not afraid, and I just want to fully commit myself to this. And so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do today. I mean, I'm pretty sure leading up to it, getting in the plane and waiting, and then the initial jump, when you look out and you see how high you are, I mean, that'll all obviously get you worked up a little bit. But once you initially jump, I think that it'll probably be good. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be the closest thing I could come to flying. And I've always wanted to fly. This is my chance. This is probably the nearest thing that I can get to flying, to being like Superman, just soaring the skies. And I haven't told anybody this too. It's I've been thinking about it for a couple of days, and I haven't told anybody about it. I don't want anybody to try to talk me out of it or try to psych me out and try to say, oh, people die and things like that. And listen, I've lived a pretty, like at 33, I still got a lot of living to do. I don't think that this is the way that I die, but if it is, I accept it. You know, I've accepted death a long time ago, so things aren't really, you know, all that bad. I'm not afraid to die. I'm looking at the camera right now. I'm not afraid to die. So that being said, I mean, I might as well just relax my body, just go along with the flow, and just let it happen. You know, I feel like I have nothing to lose. So why not? Why not? Go hard, go big or go home, man. You know, chapter 33. And once I land on the ground safely and stuff like that, I'm sure it'll be a range of emotions that I'm just feeling. And I think going forward, it'll just prove to me what I already know, is that, like, don't let fear stop you. Don't let fear stop you from getting what you want. Like, you can do it. Believe in yourself. Like, you can do this. So I'll give you an update at the end of the video. You know, just telling you how I was feeling going through the whole process, how it made me feel, or maybe just what my emotions are when I touch down, if I touch down. Otherwise, if you don't see this video, then that means I didn't make it. But if you do see this video, then obviously I made it. So, God, it'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. But I'm ready. You know what? I'm ready, man. I'm ready. And it's going to be dope. I just feel like it's going to be the initial nerves leading up to it, which is anytime that you do anything new, whether that be, I don't know, speaking in a social setting for the first time, doing a speech in front of people, or having sex for the first time, having, you know, whatever for the first time, you're always a little nervous. You're not sure what it's going to be like. It's something you've never felt before. And I think that you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is the only way that you grow. You can't play it safe your whole life. Sometimes you need to take risks. And today, you know, I'm taking a risk. You know, I think it's pretty safe nowadays to go skydiving. I think we take risks every day. We don't even think about it when we get in our cars and we drive to work, or we drive wherever. You know, car accidents are the leading killer of deaths. You know, that being said, man, I'm just gonna stop rambling on. I gotta take myself a little nervous pee before, you know, I go ahead and sign up to do all this. I'll see you in a little bit and give you my updates. Check you later.
I'm Mark. This is Shane. How you doing today, Shane?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Good, thanks. What are you doing today?
Skydiving.
Why would you want to do that?
Why not?
I like it. Good job, you killed it. Would you do it again?
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
a skydiver.
Alright, so I just got back from skydiving. Just wanted to share my experience as to how I felt about it. Honestly, a little nervy. Obviously, like I said, anytime that you're doing something for the first time, you're gonna be nervous. So when we're getting in the plane, honestly, I just enjoyed the whole experience of. I've never been in a small plane before like that. That's the smallest plane I've ever been in. And so it was just cool just to get a new perspective as to, flying in a plane like that, taking off on the runway and then just seeing the views. Like it takes about 25 minutes for you to get to where to the jumping point. And I was just really just relaxing my body during that process. I wasn't like freaking out or nothing like that. I was just as calm as can be. I just relaxed my body, stopped tensing up. You don't feel like that nervous energy. I felt some flutters in my stomach, some butterflies, I guess you would say, but for the most part, I was very relaxed and I was just, taking in the scenery, looking out and stuff and just seeing what I could see. And he gives you instructions. There was two other guys that were jumping with us too, and they looked like they were like not first time skydivers, but first time jumpers on their own, basically. So they were there along with me too, and everybody was really cool. Everybody was make things real comforting, and it was just a cool experience. So to get into to explain the whole thing, so those guys jumped first, and then my instructor gave me some instructions as to what was going to happen. He basically told me to wrap, it's tough to show you, but you cross your arms to hold each harness, and then he says, I'm going to put my left foot down, and that's your it's like a little slither, a little platform that you put your feet down on. So he's like, I'm gonna put my left foot down, and that is your cue to basically put both your feet down. And he said that he was gonna rock me forward, rock me back, and then rock me forward again, and we were gonna jump. And he told me to, lift my head back and kick him in the butt, because they want you to do that. He said, lift your head back, arch your back, kick me in the butt. That was his instructions. So it was really easy, but he didn't do the rock forward, rock back. I think he just asked me, are you ready? I look at the camera and I just say, yeah. Like it was just cool, just hang like being in a small plane, jumping out of it with a parachute. It felt like I was an action hero for a second. Like it was different. It was definitely a cool experience. So when you jump out, let me explain how you feel when you jump out. I got like a little bit of a flutter. It was almost like a quick second flutter, but it wasn't like a roller coaster type feeling. It is not the same as a roller coaster. If you've been on roller coasters, I think roller coasters are actually more scary than skydiving. And here's why. Like a roller coaster works you up because you're going up really high and you're doing all these bends and curves and these long dips, straight down drops, and you go up the thing and it goes ting 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 ting, and then you just kind of have like it takes a while to get up there, so you're looking around and then they pause you at the top and you're like, wow, I'm really high up, I know I got to come down, and then they just send you straight down and you get all this G-force that your stomach feels like it's in your throat. You can't breathe and it's like you don't know what's happening. Then you get whipped around some turns. Roller coasters are a lot of fun. I find them a lot of fun. So, I figure if I could handle that, I could handle this. So skydiving was not the same feeling. It was not. When you jump out, it's almost like jumping into a pool. Just a lot of air, actually, and you have the air suspending you up. It does not feel like, yeah, you're falling really fast, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels like you're flying. So, he said to cross your arms like when we're jumping, and he said, I'll let you know when it's okay to let your arms out, basically. So he gave me the signal, he tapped me, and that's when I knew. That's why I get a big smile on my face, because I was just so ready to do that. So I spread my arms and just feel like I'm flying, and I'm trying to take in all the views that I can see. I was like, man, I really feel like I am flying. I really felt like I was flying. It was so cool. It really was. It was a cool experience for sure. And I wanted to do it again. But let me just get back into explaining, like So I got my arms out and stuff like that. I didn't do anything else. Like I could have probably like flashed some signs or whatever, try to look cool for the camera, but it wasn't necessary. Also, first time going, I was just, he just said you put your arms out. So I just put my arms out and just really wanted to take in all the views. And God, it was beautiful and it's very peaceful and calming up there because there's no other noise. It's very, very peaceful. And yeah, I didn't feel scared at all. It just felt like such a cool experience to get the visuals and the scenery of everything. And so one of my biggest concerns going into it is when they pull the chute. I don't know why I was having this like Final Destination moment in my head that like the harness or whatever, like he was just gonna somehow separate it by accident, or maybe it wasn't in all the way, and I just kind of like fall out or whatever, and then maybe you have to try to grab his foot or something like that. It's like this whole, your mind can really work your imagination, but no, none of that happened. I was completely harnessed in, and when he pulled the chute, so you're just hanging there. It feels like I would equivalent that to like being on the Ferris wheel at the top bar, on the very top, being on the Ferris wheel, you're just taking in all the views. This was just really high up. So it was very calm because at that point you're not hearing any of the wind, go through you. I could hear his voice crystal clear. He actually had me steering the parachute and, telling me to where to go with it. So that was cool. It was a whole nother experience just to kind of pull on it. The more you pull, the more you dip. And then eventually he pulled so much to where it's almost swang around, and it kind of gave like a quick, and that kind of gave me a little bit of a flutter in my stomach. That's why I actually made a noise. I was like, oh, sounded like a girl or something, but I was like, oh. It's because I got that spin in my stomach that just, I don't know, just did something weird. So, but we're going down and stuff like that, and then as we're about to land on the ground, I saw the other two guys ahead of us. They were already on the ground, and as we're about to land, he tells you to keep your legs up, to bend your knees, basically keep your legs up. He said, I got to make sure that I get my feet down before we get your feet down. And man, it was such a soft landing. Like before I knew it, I was just sitting down. It wasn't even like a hard plant, like sit down. Like he landed that thing perfectly, and he's like, and on your butt. And sure enough, like I just sat down, and that was it. So my experience of skydiving was a great one. Would 110% do it again and again and again. I think I want to learn, but it's a costly thing. It's like $1,400 to learn. I don't know how often I would go, but it still costs money, I think, every time you jump still, even if you're jumping by yourself. But the whole experience, man, if anybody out there wants to go skydiving that I know, or shit, if I even don't know you and you just catch me on the day and you just say, hey, Shane, would you go skydiving with me? I'd be like, hell yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's do this. If you want somebody to be there to be supportive with you, be positive, and just try to calm you down a little bit, you have nothing to worry about. Honestly, the chances of dying in skydiving, I think I looked up the statistic, is like 0.000007 chance that you don't live. You have better chances of dying in your car you driving every day. You're getting another steel piece of metal and you're driving around these streets where people are whipping around and stuff like that. Somebody can kill you at any time, but you don't think about it because it comes like the back of your hand. This is just something that's a new experience that you just think, I'm just so high up, I'm jumping out of a plane. How crazy is this? It's really not scary though at all. In my opinion, it's your nerves and your mind that plays tricks on you. It's the mind that basically says what you can and can't do, is what I've learned from this experience. After doing an experience like this, it's very empowering. It makes you feel like I could do anything. I could do anything now, And I think now I'm like more like an adrenaline junkie. Like I'm looking for like the next best thing, and I think that the next best thing for me, and I've always wanted to do this, and I've always told friends this, and it's just on my bucket list, but I want to ride a bull next. I want to try to ride a bull. So that might be next. A future episode. I just got to get a thigh master or whatever. I got to really like get a thigh master or ride a mechanical bull at a bar or something just to get some practice in before I go. I would like to either go ride a bull or go running with the bulls in Spain. I think something, I don't know, maybe because I'm a tourist, maybe that's something to do with it. What is my desire to ride a bull? I don't know. I just see myself with the cowboy hat on and just riding this bull with one hand and, just trying to get at least probably 3 seconds. I think I could probably hang on for 3 seconds, maybe. I guess that'd be pretty good for a first time. But anyway, no, it's like, we don't need to talk about that right now. I'm just rambling on about that, but skydiving was really dope. I suggest you do it. And like I said, if anybody wants to go, just hit me up. Let me know where you're at or whatever. I mean, if like I'm in Florida right now, that's where I jumped from. I don't know when I'll have to go back to Charlotte. Um, Wherever I'll be at, it doesn't matter. If anybody is trying to go and they say, "Hey Shane, I'm down. I am down." Don't be afraid. You got to take risks sometimes in life, and this is like one of those empowering experiences that you just feel like you can do anything after that. And it really just shows you that the mind, your body, everything just kind of works you up prior to it. But when you actually do it, man, it is like, man, this is beautiful. Amazing experience for sure. And yeah, I want to do it again. I want to do it again. Um, I think that that's all that I really wanted to say about it. Uh, that was pretty much the full experience. And I just enjoyed it. It was such a beautiful day for skydiving, beautiful day for my birthday. Just a beautiful experience. Wish I could have shared it with somebody else, maybe. But, a lot of my friends, when I did mention skydiving to them, they were like, no, hell no, that's crazy, this and that. No, no. So I figured I wasn't going to talk anybody or convince anybody to doing something they weren't comfortable doing. So I just went on my own. It was a very good experience for me, and I think it just symbolizes like your fears and worries and your lack of commitment on things is what needed to die. And I felt like all that died today when I jumped out of this plane. I felt all that died. My fears, my worries, lack of commitments. Maybe I failed to commit to somebody in a relationship out of fear of what possibly could have happened. Things like that I just didn't want to take a risk on. And I was just like, I don't know, like I'm overthinking in my head. And it's like, if I was to really overthink things today, I would never have jumped out of that plane. But it's like, I just kind of just stopped. I went with the flow, just relaxed my body, calmed my nerves. And it turned out to be a great thing, a blessing. And sometimes I guess even in, like I can only think of like examples of commitment to relationships or commitments to certain things and obligations that you maybe just don't feel like you overthink. You're like, you start thinking yourself down, and that's what causes you to get fearful and to get worried. So therefore you don't go through with it, and you could be missing out on something great. So I just don't want you guys to miss out on great experiences just because of fear and worry. So that's just it. I mean, it really does boil down to battling your fears and overcoming it. Overcoming it and just knowing that you're stronger than what you think. And honestly, what doesn't allow you to do things is what's in your mind. It's all in your mind. It's mind over matter at the end of the day. And we're capable. After skydiving, I said this is something that a lot of people are afraid of. After doing this today, I feel like I could do anything. I'm not too many stuff phases me anymore. I thought skydiving was one of those things that might kind of get me a little worked up, but no, honestly, I was very relaxed. I was very calm, and I just don't think that there's too much that really phases me anymore. It's just kind of probably a guess a scary thing that there's not too much that really phases me. That means I'm pretty much willing to do a lot of things. I'm just kind of like down, been through my ups and downs in life, and I just feel like there's just so many things that I can handle and so many things I'm just not concerned about anymore. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. So, end of the day, don't be afraid. Go skydiving. If you are thinking about skydiving, listen, don't work yourself up. Don't worry about it. I'm here to tell you you're going to be 100% fine. You'll enjoy it. You're really going to get your nerves worked up going into it. Obviously, you haven't done it before. You think about what can and can't go wrong. But once you actually do it, once you jump, it's like nothing. Yeah, you're just gonna love it. All right, you're gonna love it, and you'll be happy that you did it and you went through with it. And then when you actually do touch down on the ground, you're just like, oh my God, like, wow, wow, that's skydiving. Yeah, I want to keep doing this. So, like I said, if you have the opportunity to go skydiving, go. If you don't have anybody to go with, hit me up. I'm always down. I'm down to go. I'll jump with you. My money should be straight. I'm not in any financial burden right now, so it's like I have the money to go ahead and jump. So if anybody is trying to go skydiving, just hit me up. Let me know, and meet up with you somewhere, and we'll go do this. I'll talk you through it. But anyway, let me wrap this video up, and just really just wanted to share with you guys my skydiving experience as well as my birthday. Today's my birthday, 33, chapter 33. Yeah, so only good things to come from here on out for me. And I just want to say thank you for enjoying this experience with me and watching this experience. And I'm about to go celebrate because it's my birthday. So I just want to say thank you for watching.